The Senate on Tuesday passed the 2019 appropriation bill for a second reading. The breakdown of the 8.82 trillion naira budget include recurrent expenditure of 4 trillion naira, capital expenditure 2 trillion naira, 2.2 trillion naira for debt servicing, and 492 billion naira for statutory transfers. Reacting to the details of the budget, Senator Ayinaya Baribe from Abia State said, with a total debt service of 25.7% and a capital budget of 23%, it means we're paying more debt. This is a budget of impossibility. Out of every 1 naira, 68 kobo is paid out. The federal government needs to go back to the drawing board. His colleague, also from Abia State, Senator Mao Owabunwa, added, we are consolidating poverty. We need to really look at this budget. Instead of reducing, we should jack up the budget by 10 trillion naira. What can 2 trillion do when we have ongoing projects? We need to block leakages and ensure taxes are collected. Senator Ben Murray Bruce from Bayelsa State recounted, the budget is not different from what we have been presented in the last 4 years. The current expenditure of 4 trillion naira is too high. There are government agencies set up that have no value. These agencies must be scrapped. Senator Sabo Mohammed from Jigawa State called for concentration on 2 areas of the economy. According to him, in developed countries, economies are powered by loans. We are one of the least indebted economies in the world. My suggestions are centered on 2 areas. These are agriculture and industries. There is a need to look at the agricultural practices, especially in the private sector. Senator Matthew Ugohide called for the faithful implementation of the budget as well as revenue plans to meet capital expenditure. He said we need to ensure the Commonwealth of Nigerians is taken seriously if we must pass this budget. Let us be born again in implementing this budget. Senator Jide Omawere from Edo State had this to add. So much money can be made if value-added tax is decentralized. Value-added tax has potential to make 1.3 trillion naira for Nigeria per annum. Speaking at the end of deliberations, Senate President Bukola Saraki said, as stated by all, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done concerning the issue of the actual capital expenditure. There's a need for us to continue to plug the leakages of independent revenue. The most important issue now is for us to see how we can complete the process. The budget has been referred to the Committee on Appropriation and they're expected to report back in 2 weeks. Roots TV Nigeria.